Hey, good morning, guys. It is Take Out the Trash Tuesday. Hells yeah. So they're doing auditions for new hosts on the Lolcow Universe for a show that they're calling Dark, which I think was poorly named. I think that Keem is getting pretty bad at this. He's getting bad at trying to rename his potential hosts and to name shows. But he wants to have a competing show with Madhouse, Joffy's Madhouse, which, considering he booted up on his own channel, he's doing quite well, I would say. And he's going to build his own network of shows, which is great. I love that. But let's see how Keem's two favorite hosts keep cucking the content, shall we say?
Up to the screen. Let me see that.
Oh, it's the stuff I put in my beard normally. That's why.
Put it up. Okay.
You know what?
It's doing a good job.
So, I think her name is Pup, maybe. I'm not sure. Or Pup Star. I have only seen her on this occasion because I'm not watching Dark, I'm not watching Milkers, I'm not watching Nerds, I'm not watching any of the other bullshit shows right now, right? But she's been coming up in conversation, shall we say, and girlfriend, you gorgeous. You're beautiful. And obviously she's trying to audition for a job, and these two abusive motherfuckers interrupt the stream.
I miss Twiggy. Lolcow Ozzy's really taken a dive since he left. I miss him.
Like left, right. I can't do that. Imagine if I could like move one tit, like that'd be crazy. Like
some people
This
can.
is what we're doing. I would feel ashamed about this, but this has happened too many times already.
This was how you.
I feel like I gotta go. I feel like I gotta go put on.
I don't know what the problem is with Tech Protect, with Rostov. Well, Rostov seems to be getting coached up by Xylee and Billy, which is not great for his long-time career. He does need to hold back. He needs to realize that Billy is a failed rapper. He is quite literally the largest e-beggar on YouTube. I mean, physically the largest e-beggar on YouTube. And Xylee is a slobbering drunk who is the queen mean girl. She's like pushing 50 and acting like a goddamn child.
Real good oil. I got more. I just used my beard oil. It didn't work that well.
go get oil. Go oil up. Let's go oil for oil.
All right, oil for oil.
Jeff Garrett wants to know how much to boot him off the screen. Hey, Xylee, are you here to oil up with us?
Luckily, he did it himself.
Buff, what are you doing?
He's oiling up.
Wait, why is he not talking?
Oh, he's
He has
getting
to go get his
more
baby
oil.
oil.
And do you guys have an
actual
agreement
oil.
where he's not allowed to do this without you present? Yeah.
No, it's not that at all. But listen, Rastov, now is not the time. Today is not the day, okay?
I know. That's why I didn't jump up.
I was coming in here because he was still on the screen when I...
Xylee?
What are you
What are we
doing,
doing
you
wrong here?
slut?
You know, honestly, Xylee, you should be happy that I'm not covering the whole altercation that you had with Sweet Tea. Because it was quite pathetic. And the fact that you've been getting so fucking drunk that you come across as making threats against your colleagues. Look, all she did was say that you were emotionally charged too, that you used emotional manipulation as well, and you went into a goddamn tirade of, I will bring up all these receipts on you. I will look up every comment you have ever written in Discord and on every show. You don't find that somewhat threatening at all, girlfriend? You're like, oh, I wasn't trying to dox you. What are you talking about? How far were you going to go? Were you going to go into her other internet presences? I mean, were you going to search public records? What, like, how far were you going to go? And for somebody who purses her lips so fucking hard that she looks like she's taken her dentures out, you really have no position to come after this poor little girl who just needs to learn not to be a southern racist. Let's be real.
But there's somehow. See, mind you, I was demure about it. I lotioned my skin off camera, very politely, very reserved. You came on here, sir, titties out, shirt off. You're ripping up. You are not Magic Mike, okay?
He's being a slut.
Not Magic Mike. Just doing a whole. Look at you, tongue out and everything.
Why are you tongue in cursive right now, dude?
Okay, I gotta go. I feel uncomfortable. I gotta go. I cannot speak.
Well, you knew what the content was in the first place, so why did you jump on if it made you uncomfortable? Right? Whatever. You literally just want a space on everybody's show to get your own name out. You're an attention whore.
Before you go, off camera, Buff Weavitt told me that the gap in his teeth is intentional. He calls it the clit slit when he's going down.
What the fuck?
Just built-in grip.
Tech, you really gotta reel it in. And nobody wants to hear about your asshole cleansing anymore either.
Keep that bitch in place.
It's like
that's how he finds it. He's just like,
and down. Yeah, it just.
You know what? I'd much rather see Twiggy on your show than Tech Protect. Just saying.
Wow.
You and me both, Scissor. Let's get Twiggy on here. Where's he at?
All right, I gotta go back to watching Nerd now.
Did he call her sister or scissor? Hilarious. But anyway, no, Twiggy wasn't funny. He wasn't entertaining at all. That's why the audience didn't like him. That's why the audience was raising up Rastov. And Rastov has done absolutely everything in his power to remove the goodwill that the audience gave him from that situation.
I mean,
infamous Twiggy. I need to meet the infamous Twiggy.
Yeah, he'll be back
you will
around
one
here.
day.
He's
You
around
will
here.
one day. He's currently on
Jaded.
probation, so he can't join shows.
Buying out this wireless.
No, Twiggy, what did you do to it?
By the way, Xylee apparently complained that Sweet Tea, when she clipped something, had a commercial come up. And the reality is we're not all making our money off the YouTubers. The YouTubes, shall we say. Not all of us are actually making money off YouTube. So we're not, paying for the subscription, and we're doing our best to clip content, clip the commercials out. But you don't need to poor shame people. What the fuck, even?
This was a nice introduction. What's it called? I hope you get a show. You deserve it. From one well-oiled melanin person to another. You know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Tech Protect. You're not as fat. You're not as fat as I always make fun of you to be, but you are pretty fat. You fat, ugly piece of shit. Love you. Bye.
God.
I like the E Honda build.
I love how you stood on business, but you know what? You do hairline mug him though, so there's that.
It's falling out.
I want to talk to the newest intern for test if I get my way.
Okay.
Mr. Dragsaw. Hopefully keep it.
Let me jump ahead to when Billy gets in here. Okay, so this is where Billy enters the stream. And they had just been trying to get Pup to do 10 jumping jacks for $100 because Rostov has no creativity and he literally is just trying to sexualize this poor woman. She is adorable and she's funny and she's smart. This is the best you can do, Rostov and Tech Protect. You guys are creepy.
Look at these broke down dogs trying to tear you down to their level. No, you have to do 10 jumping jacks for $100. You can't have value around here. We're fucking fleas. We're fleas. You have to be a flea to exist here.
All right, but every gifted membership that you guys give, I will put your name on a wheel. All right, and we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna roll some dice, and then I'm gonna destroy some plush toys. All right.
At Wells Fargo, we get it.
How brilliant am I? I put minimal effort in and got maximum output. Ladies and gentlemen, call me PT fucking Barnum, and these are my elephants. Look at Rostov. He's over here getting milked like a cow by Killer Keemstar, and he wants to tell Pup how much value she has. She just put a purse on screen that is worth more than 10 jumping jacks. How about this, Rostov? How about this? Pup.
Yes.
Vomit in your purse.
I can't make myself throw up. No, I had a great dinner too.
You know, here's the thing. He later in the stream says that she should have just known that he was going to 1,000 and that there was no way he expected her to actually do what he was asking her to do. But the reality is that the entire network of hosts and the main show lift up Billy and Xylee like they're freaking mentors to everybody. And so every time Billy jumps on a show and tells people to eat their cards and destroy their things and self-mutilate their bodies and potentially eat poison in this case, they're going to think that he's being serious because he is that much of an asshole. And we're just supposed to get it that this abusive, fat ass, wide back is not joke. He's joking this time, right? But when he is telling Rostov to get his hair dyed like a fried egg, is he not joking that time? And what do you do if she does say no? Are you then going to harass her for cucking the content? You're such an asshole. How does this add value to any show that you interrupt and do this to?
No.
Great
Just,
job.
I just want to ruin her dinner. You can make yourself throw up. There's a jar to the side of your camera. Can you pick up that jar?
Oh.
You remembered.
Not that jar. Not that jar.
The
He's a
mason
cinema
jar.
guy. He remembers like set dressings and stuff.
No. Who's the little friend, the little pet you have?
The various
Ratatouille.
jars in the house.
The dog is the jar?
No, where's Ratatouille?
The rat.
Oh my fucking god, bro. This woman's for real too. Like this isn't
I'm
a
not
joke.
eating ratatouille, no.
If you
I'm not
eat
eating
the
my
rat and
No.
puke the rat into the bag, you will become a legend. Forget
is true.
jumping jacks. Forget.
Billy, you gotta knock this shit off. Because you're abusing your position of power by doing this. These are new people who don't know. And they're jumping on the show trying to get noticed. And you go through this whole bit trying to get her to do this and then say, I was just joking. I mean, like, I thought you would say no. Are you for fucking real? These are people trying to audition for a goddamn job, and you're such an asshole.
money.
I get that.
These fleas
I cannot.
will sell their soul for $1. Prove to them right now that you will eat your friend, devour his soul, and vomit him into a bag that you value, that you got in Morocco because you're a gangster.
I see. Is this how like Illuminati?
And then put lotion on.
Yes.
Are you like? Is this?
This is like cartel initiation.
Right. This is like is this an indirect?
This
way
is
of-
hazing.
This is
Honestly, Pup, I think that the only response to this is, shut the fuck up, Billy. How much to kick him off the panel? How much in donations right now to kick this fat ass off the panel?
It's really hazing. Eat the dead rat. I want you to eat your pet rat. I want you to vomit into your purse.
I do want to say, Billy,
Okay.
you're making it very hard for me to bring more big-titted women into this fucking universe if you're gonna make them eat fucking rats on stream, okay? It's getting real hard.
Making it rest off on stream.
Well, Tech, you're not doing very well for yourself. If you're gonna constantly be sexualizing them and being a gooner and weird, it's just gross, dude.
Some people might be more into that.
I only have 18 more big-titted women.
Tech. You can mute your microphone. She's obviously a human being that is into this. She's holding the jar in her hand. She's an adult. She's fine.
I'm an adult, guys.
Dude's over here like, shut the fuck up, let it happen.
On the grounds of, I real time watched the kid in high school eat our class goldfish.
Holy shit!
Swallowed him. Yes, he picked him up the thing and swallowed him. His name was Lil Pooh Shiesty LeBron, but I renamed him Pluto.
Hold up. You went to school with Lil Pooh Shiesty?
Lil Pooh Shiesty LeBron, the fish, yes.
Oh, the fish.
Yes.
I thought the guy who ate him was Lil Pooh Shiesty LeBron.
No.
He became
the
Lil Pooh Shiesty
LeBron.
That's how you
As you can
evolve. You
see,
eat them.
I actually
He
cannot
graduated.
open. So this is gonna be so bad. I cannot open the jar because this is actual like a biohazard material in here. It should not be on my desk, but that's fine. I don't care. It's fine.
I think that's
but
the
yeah.
point.
See, but the sad part is, I think the sad part is I only have the skull because when I buried him, I forgot about him and I didn't get to harvest the rest of his bones. So all I could recover was the skull and a piece of his jar. So there's not as much left, and this is like genuinely the only thing I have left. Like it's actually really cool. Like it's really sick. So I
I collect like pogs and stuff.
Yeah, so so what you're saying
She
is
doesn't know what pogs are.
$100 to lick the skull.
She didn't know what New Zealand was.
I would not be harassing Remy for fear. He was a very vengeful rat. My dog was scared of him. He bit me. He was very smart, and I think that the only reason why Remy has not haunted me is because I've memorized his dead body in my jaw.
Okay.
Don't you think if Remy bit you, it's time you bite back?
You know what? That's a great point. Remy.
Billy's making some salient points.
Is it a great point?
I know, but I take that whole.
I wonder who'd win there.
Do you know Shakespeare?
I do.
He literally, oh my god. I don't know why you think you're so cool, Billy. Like, probably the best venues you've played in LA are like the Key Club, the Roxy, and the Whiskey. I don't think you even did side stage at the Warped Tour. So, like, who the fuck are you?
I do know Shakespeare.
Can you recite? Can you hold Remy in your hand and recite a little Macbeth to Remy?
I do not know Macbeth, but
come on!
Fall over. You made me drop this skull. Oh, but you can see the underside.
Okay.
This is just interesting. I'm just
Not
watching.
happy. He's not happy. I think you've angered him.
By the way, when you say you don't know Macbeth, do you know you don't know, like, you can't quote Macbeth, or you don't know of Macbeth?
Lizzie called me out.
I cannot quote Macbeth.
Lizzie called me out. I mean Hamlet. I get the two confused.
Yeah.
Is Hamlet the one where he talks to the skull?
I think so.
Yeah.
Then I guess I'm the idiot now.
You fucking
All right,
illiterate
we're gonna catch
derelict.
up on some stuff just quickly.
Yeah, you've always been the idiot, but okay, let's go. Tell us more about your Shakespeare knowledge.
So Billy Hill, welcome to Bandworld. Then Gaff with the 10 said Rastov gooning through imaginary buff messages and chat is based as fuck. Also Crown Wayne Kiwi, man. Love you, Drake. Now remove the pants. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh.
And Billy Hill with the 2 said, why is Twiggy wearing a wig and Pope?
I didn't know this was Pope. I just put this on because I had no better clothes.
I did just do laundry yesterday.
You rushed home from your clan meeting? Is that what happened?
He's lying.
I told
You
you
didn't say
that
no.
confidence.
You did not say no.
He's like, shut up.
Well, I mean, that's a good joke. It's a good joke, Rastov. Funny joke. It's a
Once
good
every
joke,
like
thank you.
2 years, I have
Hilarious
one of those.
joke.
Everything else is just bad.
Good, yeah, it's a good
Real
joke.
talk though, Drake and Camajak, which one is trying to be a host? Both of you? One of you? Together?
I didn't. People have been telling me that I'm trying
Just
to
him.
become a host. but-
I don't think that people would
I think
care.
I like
think
you
Drake's-
more.
I think Drake's trying to stay unbanned right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Keem literally like an hour ago said, "I do not like you, and I'm looking for an excuse to ban you." So I'm kind
I mean, it would be ironic if I was a
I'm on
host
more
and not
like,
him.
yeah.
But
Could be.
Be funny. Be funny.
Throw
But
something
it's
else
funny.
at him. Throw something else at him.
Cam, can you run OBS?
I mean, I have it.
I think my
She's ahead of the curve.
We might have a job for you on weekends with Tina.
There we
It's
go.
fun.
That was the thing I got banned for first because I made fun of.
That'd be
someone
wild.
Being able to use fucking OBS and all.
This is literally what LCU has devolved into. And, you know, they got a little bit of a boost from Girl World starting to follow them after the Foodie Beauty interview, and then bringing FFG and Yaba onto the show to talk about it. And so they got a few thousand of us, I would imagine, that started watching their shows and checking them out. And then they went to Fat Camp. I mean, they were starting to kind of fizzle out even before that, but it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. And you know what? Like, who the fuck watches a garage sale? That's like the bullshit my grandma did on the weekends. Do you think I enjoyed going in the backyard and watching old people rifle through trash, basically. It wasn't even her good antiques, let's be real.
Live streaming job.
I don't think that's the thing you first got banned for.
That's not what you got banned for first, you little psycho.
I think we know what you got banned for.
Throw something at him. He'll
That's
know
my
it's coming.
recollection. That's my recollection. I think that's what happened, right? I'm not in the business of remembering things that incriminate me, so.
Right.
So, Rastov.
Honestly, this is kind of true.
True.
The fuck?
Uh-huh. Okay.
What the fuck did she even do? What did she even do?
Well, if you were paying attention instead of like looking at your own camera reflection in like the monitor, you'd know.
If you look like her, wouldn't you?
I was not.
Yes.
Is there a reason there's just an ominous table set up between you and your wife?
$100 and you'll find out.
Oh yeah, you weren't in here. Where are
You'll
you?
find out. If someone donates $100.
He's gonna
No one
trip into her
donates to
onto it.
Ozzy anymore, unfortunately.
Alright, well then, sorry.
Only cool
You
people.
You know why?
Why?
Let's hear it.
That's why.
Because you left Ozzy. And the entire reason people donated, there were two reasons people donated to Ozzy. Because they liked you, and because they hated Twiggy.
But they liked Twiggy at the start. They liked...
No, they liked that Rostov was going into their Discord server and being chummy with them. And, you know, they talk a lot about parasocial relationships and stuff like that. He was a fan before he became a host, and so he already knows a lot of these people virtually, obviously, because he hasn't met them yet. But it wasn't just a matter of hating Twiggy and raising up Rostov quite that way. It was that Rostov did a lot of work to actually build relationships. But every human is flawed, right? And we're seeing that come out in Rostov more and more right now because of people like Billy and Xylee and Keems and Boogie's influence on him.
For most of
Well, no,
it,
yeah,
like
at the start,
Speaking of,
they
he's on
liked Twiggy.
probation again. So he's in the doghouse again.
Yep.
That took him what, 12 hours?
Wow.
Twiggy due to be put on probation.
I don't know this time.
Blowshine.
Entertain me.
I know about other stuff, but not.
Happy Uber One member.
Now,
Six
Rastov,
people
we
on
are-
stream.
Acknowledge your donation, you son of
Hey,
a bitch.
can we? Here's entertainment. Can you believe that while I was entertaining you, Tech Protect came in and tried to play the Billy, settle down. I won't be able to pull more women in here. What's up with that, Tech?
What do you have against women, Billy?
What do you have where you act like you're the person who brings women to the LCU?
That's the
Wait,
conspiracy, Billy.
Are you the
That's
Pied
conspiracy.
Piper of women? Are these your cam girls? Like, what?
Well.
Just tell us about your pipeline. Tell us more.
Okay, so this is where it kind of takes a hilarious arc. Just to set up what's going to happen next. Billy jumped in on Cafe recently. Well, he was in the chat. I don't think he actually went on stream, but he was in the chat, and Batgirl was doing this like challenge of eating like Birdie Bot's every flavor beans, right? And she's like, oh my god, that's so gross, right? Whatever. Like, we've all been through this. We were either kids at the time that Harry Potter was coming out, or in my case, I was the adult reading the books and buying all the toys and the candy and all of it for my own kid, right? So she's eating these beans, and I guess she ate one that really did not agree with her, and she spit it out. And he wrote a comment that she has to swallow. And I just found it offensive because these guys are constantly sexualizing all the females on the show. And regardless if Batgirl was offended by the comment or not, I'm part of the female audience, and it was offensive to me. And I went in the next day, well, before I get to that, I said, Billy is an incel who spends all of his free time watching movies. This is a hard fact, Billy. I mean, you have said it yourself that, like, you obviously, you are time stamped through the day jumping in on all of these shows, right? So clearly you are spending most of your time actually watching LCU material, and then you take a little time to maybe go to Chipotle or go to Wendy's and get some chili, and you, on your time off, go to the movies. This is what you've described about your timeline. So I called it for what it was. And the best that motherfucker had to bring was rubber glue back at you. And then Ken changed the chat to members only, so I couldn't even reply to the comment. Right? But the next day I went in there and I said, look, if he says something sexually harassing to Batgirl again, I will personally report it to YouTube. And I will. I got my eyes on you, Billy. For fuck's sake.
Or why you're all of a sudden the you'd Pied want to Piper. see my pipeline, wouldn't you, Billy? No. You interrupted my entertainment. Now you're the entertainment. What is this? What is this story that you're some sort of pipeline where you control women? Epstein?
Hey, they're all at least 19. Okay,
I was gonna say they're not.
At least.
They're not children, at least.
They're all adults.
Epstein.
I'm sorry, you're an adult. You're an adult, right? Confirm? Adult?
Yes,
I thought it was
I'm an
Epstein.
adult.
Thank you.
I am an adult, yes.
Wouldn't that be more like a P. Diddy type of thing?
Because I need you to understand something. If you can understand body language, pup, you were engaged in the conversation. Why would Tech Protect interrupt the conversation to say, Billy, please, I can't bring more women here if you're engaging them in conversation.
You want them to eat rats? Billy, you're scaring the Huz. You're scaring the Huz. The Huz are scared. Never mind that we're standing here brave. You're going to scare away the big titty baddies. We need the big titty baddies, and unfortunately, they do not cater well to being told to eat dead animals.
He brings them here and then they get banned.
Hear that, Billy?
Pup, you say that, but I bet you don't see the numbers on horror movies. Women love that R-rated horror movie. They love to be scared.
Yes, we do. I love Mia Goth. As an avid Mia Goth enjoyer, I would love to watch her devour a dead rat in a film, but however, the rat wouldn't be
so
real.
quirky and original.
King, this is not a prop. This is actually my dead rat.
You can defend your man, but in the moment, we saw exactly what was going down. You were holding...
You are such a fucking bully. This isn't funny. This isn't entertainment, Billy. You are a fucking bully who has nothing to offer, and you are an incel. Be real.
You were holding up Remy the Rat like it was goddamn Hamlet, and you were in a Shakespearean play. I had you set up perfectly, and for the first time tonight, we weren't talking about the same lame bullshit, your fucking
Macbeth.
purse or your fucking tits. I had you cooking. You're welcome, by the way. I came in here, and I started cooking.
This is true. You know what? If I ship you like a collection of my skulls, like if I ship you like a dead animal from like my animal collection box, will you eat it?
I bet you will.
You can just ship me a collection of LCU careers in about 3 months.
Damn.
Pup, great job. I'm so glad you called him on that, because I've been saying it for months that these people, especially Billy and Xylee, but also Grim and Beans, like to propose punishments for people that they would not do themselves. I'm still waiting for Grim and Beans to give themselves landing strips before their wedding. And what the hell, Billy? Why are you doing this? What are you doing? Tech Protect interrupted the conversation and talked about we're not going to get women on the show if you're asking them to fucking eat rat skulls in formaldehyde, you dumb bitch.
Damn it.
Man, I don't know if I'll make it 3 months.
Matt Barr asked, where's the puke? This is what he tuned in for.
See, yeah, you...
Where's the puke?
Teased.
You said puke in my bag. Do you perchance have like a puke kink or like a puke fetish?
Oh.
Is this something that like gets to you? Do you
A
like
puke
watching
cake? Is that what you said?
Do you want me to tell you the psychology of what I said?
While we're doing this rest off, I think I'm gonna make a decision. We're gonna pull Drake and Cameljack down for a little bit and let this continue, because there's 6 people on
Son of a
screen.
bitch.
And we'll bring you back in a little bit.
Don't go away.
Don't go away.
Goodbye.
Do you want me to break down the psychology of what I said?
Answer the question of whether or not you like to watch women throw up and why.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Now, do you want me to break down the psychology of what I said?
Yes.
They were trying to get you to do jumping jacks for $100. 10 jumping jacks. You were saying no. You were saying no.
So Buff
Yeah.
wants.
I came in here and I upped the ante to something
Me too.
completely unreasonable.
Yes.
Okay. So I went from 1 to 100 to 1,000.
And me.
To 1,000,000 even.
And I took it to a level where you wouldn't even have to say no.
And my lady.
Yes.
And then we really started the conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm sorry, King. I wasn't familiar with your game. I wasn't familiar with this masterminded.
You're welcome.
I'm humbled. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you my crown. I'm not the princess here. You're the king. Oh,
You know.
I know. I've been humbled. But
I love these.
That's really sad, Billy, that that's what you require of newcomers. That's what you need, is that ass patting, that acknowledgement that you're the king of the LCU. I mean, dude, you were so pathetic. Spend less time online and go get a goddamn date.
Boys, I love these boys, but I couldn't hear you talk about your fucking purse. One more moment, or hear them talk about you doing jumping jacks.
What Buff wanted.
And then whittle you down. You said maybe 1 jumping jack. I'm like, this bartering system stinks. Let's really fuck shit up. Let's make it gross.
Thanks, Buff. Appreciate you. Thank you, Buff. Dickhead.
Thank Buff, dickhead. Hold on, Billy. Did you not enjoy when I analyzed Buff's dental work? The gap in his teeth being the quick clit slit snip tool.
You really needed to say that twice. You know, Tech Protect, I've heard some of your stories now upwards of 3 to 4 times. You gotta get new stories.
Were you not a fan of that? That was alliteration.
I can appreciate your playground jabs.
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
I took you as an alliteration guy, as a BoJack Horseman enjoyer. Would you say you are?
I've never watched BoJack Horseman.
I was just watching BoJack Horseman. It's such a good show. I fucking love it.
The Haas love BoJack.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Actually, my thing with BoJack. Okay, do y'all support BoJack Horseman? Yes or no?
As a person?
Yes.
When you say
Yeah, let the world
support
burn.
him, what the
As
fuck
a
do
horse.
you mean?
As a horse.
Yeah, let the world
Like,
burn.
have you
Fuck
watched
it.
BoJack Horseman? Like, what do you
basically Rastoff and Billy are unfamiliar with the show BoJack Horseman whatsoever. I'm only familiar with it because my son watched it a lot, and he would force me. He'd be like, "Mom, sit down with me and watch this. It's such a good show." So I did, and I watched it, and it's very sarcastic, sort of kind of like Frasier type of humor. You know, it's that sort of yeah.
Your opinions on BoJack Horseman?
Yeah, I like him.
It was funny.
I like him.
Why? Why do you like BoJack Horseman?
He is trauma unrelenting. He is chaos congealed, and he brings in what is basically the spice of everyone's life, which is shit you don't have planned for your future, coming in and destroying your life. Even though you're like, I want to do this thing, it never ends your way.
It's
and that is essentially what happens to all of us.
And it has Aaron Paul in it.
I don't know who that
There's
is.
some virtue to be found in BoJack Horseman. I mean.
So, Tech Protect apparently has little to no pop culture knowledge. He doesn't know who Aaron Paul is. Tech, you are of the age that you should have watched Breaking Bad and known that Aaron Paul played Jesse. I mean, he's played a lot of different characters in different things. He was even on Big Love. He was. He played a widely different character on Big Love. But, like, you literally... Why would you show your ignorance? Why not just, like, get on your computer and fucking Google him? Can't even, dude.
My thoughts on, like, BoJack Horseman as a character, like, usually when you say you like BoJack, people are like, oh my god, he's a bad character, like, you shouldn't. And, like, I don't, like him in the sense of, like, I identify...
Hold on. Can I just circle back to Billy answering the question that Tech Protect asked him, like, 10 minutes ago?
Is it the quick clit slit snip?
Yeah, he literally was about to talk.
Oh, yeah. Buff we...
He literally answered the question, Rastoff. This is another problem that you have, is that you don't listen. You don't listen, and then you fucking interrupt people, and you interrupt the flow of the conversation.
He has the quick clit slip snip tool. A gap in his tooth. He uses a marker to go down on women, and he just locks them in.
I answered.
I didn't hear you.
It's like when you put the kid in the baby chair that has a little locking like table for him. That's how he's just down there.
I said I can appreciate the playground insults.
Yes, I didn't hear you say that.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, carry on. BoJack Horseman, you were saying.
Oh, God.
A hot minute, like I'm going back right now and rewatching it, and I think there's a lot of like stuff you can learn from it, and like a psychoanalysis you can do on the characters themselves. I guess like with BoJack, like most people talk about the thing with Sarah Lynn, like that was albeit very, very messed up. But I honestly feel like it's kind of like a situation like Mean Girls, where everyone in the show is problematic to their own degree, and I just don't like the argument that BoJack is like the worst character himself. I would honestly argue that a lot of them are like worse than him too in their own right. Never mind the fact that I feel like he's just externally destructive, which is a bad thing, but a lot of them are also internally destructive as well. So I don't know. It's just something that was in the back of my head running when someone said BoJack Horseman, because I'm like, I don't know where I stand. And yes, this is a fictional horse. It's not that deep. But it low-key, high-key is.
How is Aaron Samuels problematic?
Aaron Samuels?
What? Aaron Samuels? Are you just as stupid as Tech, Billy? You literally didn't hear that it was Aaron Paul? I can't with these people. They're so fucking ignorant. I might have to pause because the first trash truck is rolling in.
From Mean Girls. From Mean Girls.
From Mean Girls? Which one was Aaron?
He was the boyfriend. He wasn't problematic. He was a good guy.
Which the boyfriend that Regina had that like the other girl from South Africa wanted to date? I'm not up to date with the Mean Girls lore anymore. Don't kill me. Don't kill me, guys. Don't kill me.
Okay, well then just be careful because Tina Fey also was barely problematic. The only problem she had was she was a pusher.
I mean, I guess you could scale like problematism, but like in my thing, I feel like if you want to go like the trope, like we're all sinners, like yeah, there's some things that are worse than other things, sure. But at the end of the day, like when it comes to a show like that, I think the point of the critique is supposed to be that like yes, you can kind of put all your eggs in one basket. You kind of just put like the spotlight on this one person as like the worst person to exist or whatever.
Now,
but like
you say BoJack Horseman. Are you familiar with the other horseman, Mr. Hands?
God damn, Billy.
I'm gonna do a producer thing. I'm gonna redirect. All right, this line of questioning is getting roused off sleepy, tired Tucky. And
Sorry,
Bucky
what were we doing? A
bed.
podcast? I forgot.
We're doing a podcast. Rastov. Here's the thing, Rastov. Have you ever had women that look like
Rhodey, that one was for you.
Thanks, Rhodey. You ever had women that look like Pupstar approach you in public, like flirt with you? You ever had that?
I don't think I've ever had any woman do that to me. People don't really do that.
What
here.
sort of gooner conversation is this?
Well, it's leading up to another thing because
women like me in New Zealand.
Oh, true.
Like
yeah, let's go. Let's walk this route. Let's see where Tech's going with this. This is.
Well, I was gonna go into Popstar actually has an interest in her online life around incel culture. Is this true, Popstar?
Oh my god, I love this because it's so coincidental, and I don't know if Tech read the comments that I left not too long ago on Cafe, and that's where he decided to bring this up in front of Billy or not. But Pup definitely would not have known that this already went down, that Billy was already triggered by being called an incel. I love this part so much.
Lock in for this. Yes. Are you an incel?
Rastov, are you an incel?
No.
No.
Answer that.
No.
No.
You just know. I know. Okay, no. All right, Popstar, continue.
So Rastov has a girlfriend that he lives with. Tech Protect is dating, practically engaged to Joffy's daughter. Billy is the incel in this scenario.
A confident no, or is this like a
100% no? I said no for him. He's not an incel.
It's a no.
Allegedly, supposedly, conspiracy theory.
it's a retarded. It's retarded that you're asking me this.
The most incel person here is actually Tech Protect. Maybe I'm wrong about that. It might actually be Pup. Pup might be the most incel person on the screen.
Oh, look at how... Oh, he's so upset. He's so upset, you guys, that this got brought up.
Rastov outranks Tech Protect, and I outrank all of you by far.
He's getting head right now. Right?
By my own stomach.
It's the belly button folds over. The suction is pulling it in.
I mean, that's why you never leave home, right? So you just do it yourself.
True. All right, Pops, so you got this. Continue this conversation.
All right, yeah. Let's go. Let's talk incels. This is your specialty. Let's talk incels.
It's not my specialty. I mean, I've just like kind of spent like a few times like floating around the communities and getting to know these people, you know, and like I find them very fascinating. So I guess like you have to like ask me a question about incel dom. Like earlier today, we were talking about like the difference between.
Did you say incel dom?
Yeah, it's like a whole like thing. Where
It
there's,
sounds like an
cell,
oxymoron.
mental cell.
Yeah, we know. I assume our audience knows about the cell community. If not, what's the worth of this conversation? Well, what's some entry-level incel conversation we can have with you? Tell us something interesting about incel conversation if it's going to be brought up that our audience would be interested to hear. What makes you interested in incels?
Makes me interested in incels, I would say it's like the contradictory nature of them. For some reason, they seem to like kind of uphold this thing where like they put themselves in a crab bucket and like it's like you want to ideally ascend and to not be an incel, but for some reason, once you become not an incel, your fellow incels will like hate you for it instead of uplift you because it's supposed to be like this negative thing that you don't want to be, but it's almost like they get so wrapped up in this community that they don't want to leave it. So
can I suggest?
Puff, that is so hilarious that you used that example because when I first got into politics and I was volunteering with this guy, he kept talking about the crab trap and how there was a whole group of people trying to make money off of Bernie's name up in Los Angeles. And they were part of the crab trap. And he was totally right. I mean, but he is part of the crab trap too. And I live far enough away that I never really got sucked into that bullshit. And now I'm not doing anything because I'm like, I can't walk, but like, and by the way, Billy, yes, I actually do date people, and even though it's very difficult for me to walk, I have gone to karaoke bars and, like lunch and shit like that. I haven't been to a movie in years, okay? Don't go to quiet, dark situations like that. I go out where I'm engaging in social activity with other people and making connections. So I can't even with you.
Can I suggest why it's not contradictory to be involuntarily celibate, aka incel?
No, it's not contradictory to be incel. It's contradictory to not want to be incel, but in the same breath, do things to keep yourself in that status. You see what I'm saying? Like, if one of your incel brothers somehow has sex with a woman and is no longer incel, you shun them out the community and start to hate them. Then it makes these people who don't have friends and who don't have any other networks want to stay in the same thing that's keeping them suffering because they have nowhere else to go. So It's really odd. It's really like I've met incels who are quote unquote fake cell who don't want to admit that to their fellow incel.
Yeah.
Like, they'd rather
Who the fuck cares? If it's a bunch of no fucking motherfuckers, let them no fuck.
I feel like we talked about like skibbity toilet and shit like that.
I have a feeling that Billy was probably involved with Gamergate, which was very anti-women, and it was, they came up with all kinds of reasons for why it was so woke. The reality is that a lot of disgusting incels congregated together as a result of coming after these women who were designing video games, right? And there's a whole other level to it. And Pup, I'm so glad you brought it up. And it's obviously a subject that these men don't want to talk about. It's sensitive for them. They're either ignorant to what it is or it hits too close to home. But the reality is that there's also the Menonists, right? The ones who are incels, but they believe that they are entitled to having women, right? That should be part of their birthright as a man. So basically, they're promoting grape culture. And Billy, you're getting very close to that.
I'm DMing,
me, man.
I'm DMing Rastov right now. Are you interested, Rastov?
That just makes sense.
Because
this
this is
seems like a Lolcow dark adjacent.
I think it's time to bring the Pope back.
Yeah, here's the wild thing. This was sold as Pup's expertise. I want to know why do you care so much about other people fucking? Are you a sexually active, Pupcell?
Don't care about other people fucking. I care about the consequences of other people not fucking.
Because what are the consequences of other people not fucking? Like shooting up places?
Yeah, they make it everyone's problem. Like a lot of crimes, a lot of just antagonistic views towards
what are the crimes of the well, here's the thing. People who
tell me that I'm right without telling me that I'm right. Come on, Billy. Okay, I will drop a link to this live stream if you want to watch the whole thing. Because obviously I've covered a lot of it at this point. But that was hilarious, Pup. You didn't even realize what you stepped into right there. Billy gets super triggered by that, which I learned a few days back when I called him an incel. So that was great, girlfriend. Welcome to the team. You're gorgeous, you're funny, you're smart, your geography skills suck, but that can be improved. Good luck, girl.